were booked, and that's when we did it, the Jubilee. Well, when we came to the Carnival Sensation, we were booked in that equivalent same room. Well, they had another group in this other room that wasn't all that great. But the crew, okay, so they sent them up to our room. They took us into their room because that's where they partied. So they could dance to us and have a ball. So that was one of the biggest compliments of all time, to play for the captain and the crew, because we were a good danceable band. So anyway, let me see if there's anything else here. Yeah, there's the old man. I don't know if you can see it or not. Probably not. Doesn't matter. Okay, now why? Oh, Michelangelo's. You know what? I couldn't think of the name of it, but that's the room we did play in, Michelangelo's. And if you go to my tour of the Carnival uh, Sensation, uh, they walk you through there. What they're doing, they're showing a video, and I just turned down the volume and I talked through it. And there's Mike Morris, ladies and gentlemen. And Mike is, like I say, he's like a son to us. I mean, we love Mike, man. Um, but, oh yeah, I was going to show you, and I don't know if you're not in a rush, just go ahead and pay attention to the old man. And I was bald, but I got it back. Mike called me one time. Now this I hadn't played in years, but Mike needed a guitar player to play it, and I can read it. I don't even have to think. Island Resort Casino. Okay, Island Resort Casino. He said, "Oh, we need a guitar player," and he said it pays. He said, "Come up to Cleveland, bring your equipment. You can ride with us. We'll drive." It was a 9 hour drive. That's a long way. So, but anyway, I was a little older, and this is, you know, I don't know, 15 years ago, whatever. And anyhow, and the Island Resort Hotel, it was a big, huge gambling casino, beautiful, swimming pools, and my room had two big king size beds with a TV, and like things like water, shampoo. It was all free. How many bottles of water do you want? 8? Boom, boom. I mean, it was magnificent. So, but I'll just show you a few pictures, and you can also see me playing. But what they did, they wouldn't let us film the people dancing. So I had to catch it from the side, and the dance was the other way. So uh, I got away with videoing. But that's also on YouTube, and I'm not, probably if you look under Mike Morris, maybe. Not even know if you can see that or not, but there I'm sitting down in a chair. Um, and more stuff. Hey Herb, I hope you're enjoying this, Herb. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But I hope there's not that many pictures. I don't want to bore you. And there's a soundboard. Okay, now let me explain something to you. Okay, YouTube's one thing, all right? And these junky, they don't sound good. Depends on your computer. If you have real good speakers, let's do it this way. When I film on the camera and you listen on your just a regular computer, the sound is a half of a point, not even a 1. It's not very good. If you have real good speakers with your computer, it might go up to a 1 or 1.5, maybe a 2. Live, we're a 7. Well, and that's with a $10,000 PA. You sing through this. With the speakers going to the ceiling, I never, ever sounded like that. And everything was, they have a light man, a sound man, spotlights coming on us. I had so much fun because I hadn't played in years. And anyway, for 4 nights, I made $600. Free food. The food was great. But anyway, let me go on with the story here. Okay, it was such a privilege. Anybody to play at Island Resort, and oh my God, these posters were on the wall, and they're, oh my God, huge, huge posters on. You walk through this whole building, there's nothing but celebrities, and for me to go through them individually, you know, and pages after pages, I just went around to, and I just set the book down, but to go through page after page after page after page, Beach Boys played there. Uh, let's see, Engelbert Humperdinck, Joe Cocker, Lou Rawls, uh, anybody who was hot, Anne Murray, uh, Engelbert Humperdinck, Tom Jones, on and on, just every Eagles. You start naming people, and they played there. So to play at that club was wonderful. Just to say, but we were from Cleveland, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Mike Moore, because of Mike Morris, I got to play there, and I bought back souvenirs for Kathy, and you know what, I only gambled about $40. Like I said, I made 600 for 4 nights, but anyhow, all the stars and everything. Oh, and I talked to. Okay, here's another story. Okay, WNIR. I don't know if you remember Howie Chiswick. He was a talk show host. Anyway, big fan. And of course, I love Stan and Maggie. I used to listen to them in the morning. Well, anyway, of course, you know how he died on a plane doing things for children, going to Disney World. He was a great man. About our TV show, he said the Big Al Show. It's like a cult following, one of the best shows on TV. And at the time, that just, oh my God, made my day. But Kathy and I, when we had the TV show, we'd go to, like the flea market, Hartville, or we'd go to a steakhouse. Oh, Big Al, Kathy. Even though we were only on for 32 weeks, they'd say, oh, Al and Kathy. And people would recognize us, and it was so cool. But what happened was, Kathy and I sang at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And they'd say, well, you can do this song, but you can't do that. You can't. And I thought, I'm letting people sing whatever they want on my TV show. And if you go to Big Al Singing on YouTube TV, you can see my TV show. But, man, I'd have to go through lawyers, ASCAP, BMI. I can't, I'm messing up here. So anyway, I gave him a 2-week notice, got out of the show. And, but anyway, so I'm going to move on here to another conversation. Let me get rid of this thing here, man. I feel like I'm in an oven. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, how am I doing so far? We're up to an hour and 13 minutes and 19 seconds. Yep, you know what? I could have shaved, but you know what? No big deal. Okay, let me back up here. Yeah, oh, it's funny. One of my last videos. Oh, let's see, what song did I sing? Anyway, on one of my videos, see, when I'm singing on my videos, the speakers are facing behind me. So you're not really getting a better sound. Well, I sang one song with my head turned around backwards. You see the back of my head, but the speakers were, I had a lot more watches than I did when they're looking at my face. So I said, either they think I'm ugly, but the sound is better because the speakers are facing the microphone. So all this technical, you know what? I'm going back talking about Family Feud. Now, we're talking about intelligence. Yes, I'm a creative genius. I am one smart creative genius. Well, anyway, watching Jeopardy, I'm a monster. If you ever go on there, tell them I'm your distant cousin or your grandpa or whatever, because I'm a badass. But every now and then, Some stupid people come up with I mean, I've seen answers on there that were really good, really intelligent, really. And some guy says, they're talking about condoms or taking drugs. Some of the stuff, I don't live that life, so I really don't. I don't have the answers. But anyway, now Jeopardy. Now, when I was 13, my real dad got killed. We owned a bar, lived upstairs. Guys came in and robbed and killed my dad. But my stepdad, I loved him as much, if not more. I love my real dad. He was the greatest. But my stepdad was a lawyer. He treated my mom like a queen. He treated me like a king. He was so good for me. Such a great, 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 great man. But anyway, his name was John Duvall. And his brother was a doctor, and his name, a chiropractor, and his name was Charles Duvall. Well, his son has been in all kinds of LA Laws and movies, and his daughter has even outsurpassed that. She was in Girl Interrupted. She was in Carnival on YouTube, which is we like it better than The Sopranos. And her name is Clea Duvall. She was in Astronaut's Wives. She was in, if you go on there and check her out, I would love to meet her. I've never met her. But Kathy and I are big fans. She was in even Better Call Saul. She was like a mental therapist for Saul. So, anyway, that's a little bit of my history there. And what do I want to talk about now? I don't know. Oh, I was going to tell you. Oh, yeah. WNR, anyway, they did a movie called The Upgrade. And so anyway, I had the opportunity to be in it. No speaking parts, just background. Okay, with the bowling alley on Talmadge Avenue, I can't remember the name. Went up there. Went up there and like free food and all that, and it was great. And they filmed there, and they filmed at a bar in Barberton, right next to McDonald's, off of 2nd Street. Anyhow, well, my eyes are getting dry here. Okay, what happened was Nina Rawls was on WNR, and they interviewed her. Well, they had a CD of Kathy and I, and they played "You'll Never Find." So anyhow, they asked Nina, "What do you think?" And she says, "Good." So anyway, luckily I got in. I called the radio station and I said, "Nina, I just want to let you know, when Lou Rawls talks, yeah, how you doing? Good to." When I talk, I sound like I'm helium. I used to work at a helium factory, but I quit. I got tired of being spoken to in that tone. Well, that tone is, yeah, and they were, yeah, you'll never. But anyway, I said, I can't touch the roll. When I do these junky impressions, oh, back to Carl. Oh man, I got so many stories going on in my brain. But anyway, Carl said, my Willie Nelson, I think he might have said better than Dave Corday. Dave Corday and Vicky, Vicky was a good singer when she first started. Now she's a great singer. And Corday, and they do a song at karaoke. And who would ever think you'd like it? Oh, but I was going to say, when I lived in Houston, Texas, when I lived in Houston, the place I stayed at had 4 swimming pools. One swimming pool, they had pina colada, volleyball, party pool. My pool was more reserved. You could walk around the complex, whatever it was, 3/4 of a mile, something around, because I used to do 5 miles. I used to jog. But anyhow, but the one pool, this lady, and everybody would sleep. Not often they were out at the bars, but you went there and slept, and she'd have her door open, playing Willie Nelson songs every single weekend. So I'd go down there and I'd be out in the sun. Wait a minute. Here, let me get fancy here. I know how to put things to use. Getting a suntan Anyhow, and I would lay there, and it was so relaxing. Let's see. You were always on my mind. You were always. Anyway, he was so smooth. I am a Willie Nelson fan. I'm a Merle Haggard fan. I'm a Johnny. See, I was a rock, cool daddy-o, but when I got into karaoke, then I learned to respect. I love country now, and that's another story. Well, let me get back to Houston. But anyway, we'll get back to Dave Corday. Anyway, Dave and Vicky would sing a song at karaoke. Who would like this? Al Moore. I would listen. Happy trails to you. He's got a great voice, and not just a great voice, but nice vib, nice control. Until we meet again. And then Becky, Ziggy, one of the finest musicians, fine singer. He's played with bands like Copperfield, Jimmy and Soul Blazers. Anyway, he took her under his wing and seasoned her, and she sang professionally for years. And here in a few minutes, I'm gonna tell you what I got going on there. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, on my what do you call it, Willie Nelson, Georgia, Georgia. Anyway, Carl McCullough, like I say, I always promote. Oh wow, you could do it, Willie. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something, folks. And you'll think I'm one cocky son of a gun, but listen to me. If I was 25 years old and good looking, you know what? I gotta. This is crazy. Okay, Alexa, turn on number 13.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna keep the phone down. Alexa, turn on number 4.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on number 12.
Okay.
Okay, let me turn this on. Okay, here we go. All right, are you with me, folks? Okay, here I am. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's me with my mom when I was back in high school. Okay, there's me when I was about 35 or so. Now, I'm friends with the Ginslers. This gentleman here is on Chef Ramsay. He owns restaurants in Japan, California, and Kathy thinks he's good looking, so this used to be on the refrigerator. But anyway, there's Kathy, there's my sister and her husband, and my nephew Jake. Oh, there's my buddy Engelbert Humperdinck, the minister I was telling you about. And there's Kathy when she was younger. She played guitar. And I know I'm moving these too fast. But anyway, okay, I'm going to set this here. I need to put, these sweatpants are too big for, that's what I didn't tell you. Okay, Alexa, turn off 12. Alexa really comes in handy. When I get back in the room, I think I'll show you. Okay, Alexa, turn off 4.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let me get back in my room. Now, if this video, I could go get some more hats. I'm too lazy. But anyway, here we go again. I forget what I was going to tell you. Let me put this back. Okay. Yeah, too bad I don't have some more hats in here, but I don't. What do I want to talk about now? Okay. I'm going to talk about what's going on in my brain right now. Things pop into my head. It's so quick. Um, anything. If I've gone, if I, well, here's an example. Um, Gary Lamb is one of my best buddies. I used to live with Bruce Pitkin over by, if you ever watched Firestone Country Club Golf Classics, he had a beautiful home with a swimming pool, bar, dance floor in the basement. He was hardly ever there. He was at his girlfriend's a lot. But anyway, to make a long story short, Gary Lambs came over. I could bench probably, I don't know, 250, whatever. Lambs benched 375 pounds. And I've always been very, very, very competitive. Hard to get a commitment, but if I make up my mind, then I go for it. Well, anyway, Lamb said, "Now, Al, I know you. I know how you are, but you're 173 pounds. You'll never bench that kind of weight, ever. You know, I know how you are. You like to run, you like to this, you're athletic." Well, anyway, I joined the YMCA, worked out 6 days a week. Everybody told me, you work one day, so this day, this. I didn't listen to them. Every day I would bench. And anyway, I was the only guy I ever saw that had 100-pound dumbbells. And I'd do 3 sets of 10, one, two. Anyway, what happened was in 8 months, I got 380. So I benched 380, and I quit for a couple months because I beat Gary. But I joined again. I wanted to get 405. 405, the plates, that's 4 plates on each side, and the bar does bend. So I wanted to get 405, which is 4 plates. So I joined this gym, and I said I'd have it in 2 months. Well, in 2 weeks, I benched 390. So I know I could have done it. I'd have had 405 in another few weeks. That's when Linda and I broke up. So I never did get my 405. The thing about me, I will never brag. I mean, can I fix a car? I'm an idiot. Can I fix plumbing? No, I don't know anything. I'm not. Could I? I just don't have it. But when it comes to cooking, oh boy, we could talk about that for all day. I'm a badass cook, and anyway, and some other thoughts popped into my head, and then I just, again, as usual, I forgot. But it's almost an hour and a half. When I did this video, I thought it'd be 10 minutes. I'm ad-libbing. So, and a lot of this is, Herb. Herb is a big, big man, and he pretty much stays in bed. He unable to walk, and him and I become. I think he's one of my good buddies now. And so Kathy and I went over and saw him, and he thinks Kathy's beautiful, and loves her singing. He thinks I'm okay, but he loves Kathy. And Herb, we love you too, man. He's a good guy. He's a black man, and so hey, I believe I'm quarter Cherokee. My grandma's name was Crowfoot, and when I put on that wig, and I'm not gonna do that, but I got an Indian wig and scarves and headbands and like Willie Nelson, and here's my Indian headband. No, I'm not gonna wear that. But anyway, like I say, man, I have the gift to talk. Okay, what do I want to talk about? Anyhow, and I'm not going to go back into all that history about guitar and just being competitive. I was going to say yes. Family Feud. I rule. I am sharp. Jeopardy. I'm lucky to get 3 or 4, maybe. So analytical. I'm stupid. I'm not really that intelligent. But Einstein said a creative mind is better than an analytical mind. So for all you smart geniuses out there, right here it is. Creative. So I do know that. Yes, I'm very creative. So, and I was going to say something else, and I forget that again. Oh, yeah. Oh, I mentioned what Einstein said. What's it? Thomas Edison. And I'll say it just like Thomas Edison. He said, my body is merely an instrument to carry my brain around. Well, there you go. Anything else I want to quote? Showing my intelligence. What's superconductivity? Well, that's when you heat a ceramic and it floats like a spaceship. Well, what happens when you remove the pituitary gland from rats? Well, what happens is rats that are losing their hair, they're older, when they remove their pituitary gland, they actually appear to be, their hair grew back in, they appear to be younger. Can we do that with humans? I don't know. They've never tested it. Okay, I don't like that part of me because that's all bullshit because I know a few things like that, but oh, here's a good one. Henry Ford, well, he was a genius. Now, when they shipped batteries for his cars, he said, make the crates twice as big. When Henry Ford talks, yes, sir, Mr. Ford, yes, sir. So they send him crates twice as big. Well, he used those crate boards for the batteries for the flooring on his Model T Fords. Another quick thing. Can you believe you're listening 31 minutes? If you're still here, you're either nuts or you like me. Hi, Tracy. Tracy's my cousin, and you know what? She's got my back. But anyway, Tracy, hey, thanks for listening. But and Paula Thompson, you're very good to me. What a class act, wonderful lady. If I was single, if I didn't have Kathy, uh, she's great. She's really great. And I'm going to pay tribute, and she'll never ever watch this, but there's a black lady at my dialysis. Her name is Deidre. And I'm going to tell you something. Of all the girls that work there, and they have got, she's beautiful because she relaxes me. She's very, very intelligent, and she does a great job. I dropped something the other day. She took it over and sanitized. She does things beyond. And Deidre, I love you, even though you don't hear me. You're not going to hear me say it. But what a, it used to be when I was young. Oh, I want a beauty queen. I think I look good. I look pretty good. Why shouldn't I do? But you know what? No, I'm old and seasoned and smart. I'll go to Gratstone. There'll be a 300-pound girl, and I'll listen to them talk, and I evaluate. I make an assessment, and man, there's some wonderful, wonderful people out there. Uh, and I don't see. I see beauty in what's inside. And when you get older, that's one of the great things about becoming old. You're a lot smarter than you were when you were young and stupid. Young and stupid, yeah, I was stupid, and I don't mind admitting it. And sometimes I make bad decisions. I'm not too swift. Sometimes I am. Okay, here we go. Big excitement, big news. You know what? I'm gonna let me check my computer. Yeah, I think I can bring it up here. Um, okay, I have to go to my notebook pad. But this, I'm so excited. I mean, I'm really really excited about this, and I've got Kathy into it now. Okay, go to notebook, go to open. Oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you another story. You might get a kick out since we're talking here. I'm going to go for 2 hours. It's been an hour and 34, and if you're still listening, man, that cracks me up. But I find myself to be very interesting. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Um, yeah, this is okay. Here we go. I'm looking. I got a lot of stuff to choose from here. Oh man. Okay. All right, here we go. Well, that was the wrong thing. Okay, oh man. Well, you know what? Maybe I can do two things at once. Maybe. Hold on here. When I was young, and at the time I wasn't working. Usually I was playing like 6 nights a week. I used to work at the Holiday Inn Brown Derby Circuit. I loved it because you had free drinks and free food. You couldn't have steaks. You get a discount. But like shish kebab, hamburgers, and that, you could get it for free. And that was great because every night I'd just go have hamburger, shish kebab, stir fry, whatever. Okay, here we go. Still looking for this, and that way I can look while I'm talking. But okay, open. Okay. Anyway, I went to Ramones. This band was playing, and they were called Boyd Hunt Dimension and Sound. They were great. They were so good. And back then, everybody had PA columns. They had the big voice of theaters. Altex had 4 cabinets. They had a light show with spots that, I mean, back then I think it was $2,000. It was a state of the art. They had the Altex system. Anyhow, I wanted to be in that band so bad. And here, let me tell you why. They had 3 singers, and 2 of them, they were better than me. High voices. I mean, they could, oh my God, they could do it. But the songs that I could do, I had more of the essence of the singer than them. Like, Great God in Heaven, you know I love you, Vehicle, and I'm not scared of dying, and give me a ticket for